You know, there's a huge amount of, I mean, wow. That's a lovely right hand. Really, really was.
And Inoue tried to...
Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. Out of the blue corner, 18 bouts, 18 victories. Out of Yokohama, Japan, the champion, the monster, Naoya Inoue.
I want you to obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch the weapon, go. Go.
Blind career. The younger version of himself, tenders as Donaire did over a decade ago. WBA Super and IBF.
Try and force Inoue.
Donaire, he's made adjustments, stiff right hand lands, that advancements into his 30s. Both men exchange it. Donaire comes back with that.
Lively start, good stuff from him.
Nicholas Walters up at featherweight. At him in a contest, seeing WBO straps too. Stiff jab there from, but when they go, they really go. Right hand to the body.
The variation's brilliant. Hey.
From Donaire as a sign for him that if he does overcommit, he will be. Say about Donaire, he's never down there in trade leather, showing a brilliant chiches.
Good opening forward. This promises to be a good contest.
To the body, starting a little more aggressively.
It does favour Inoue. What that does allow, sorry Chris, is Inoue to stand there. He's able to take a step.
It was Donaire who was the track setter in the glory years of his career as Inoue.
It's just a lovely left hook there, delivered with real spine snap. We've seen it. We've seen so many knockouts, 16 KOs.
A good balance as Donaire hurt comes back with a intriguing opening wrap.
To really let the shots go. He's really happy. He knows he carries the power.
It was a unification fight, so there was no
there. Slightly taller, slightly bigger in there. He does it, dictated.
Just the ones that Donaire isn't able to read, but he's walking through them so far.
If Donaire is trying to get this into the later rounds, it's so important. It does get him into that second half of the contest. An awful lot. This is good work.
Good variation of shot. Using his angle, stepping to the left and right.
Blood.
He's cut Inoue with that left hook. Done that, got out of the second round, and tied two. Will try and get a he hasn't yet seen in his career of his 37th birthday. So far, Darren, with that cut, just trying to shield it from
the experience of Donaire. You know, second that, you know, the 45 fights that he's had is invaluable here. You know, Inoue, like I say, try and pressurise him, put him in places he's never been. Positive signs here from the negative seeds in the mind of
so far. Just being our flyweight all those years ago, really because of his power he needed to be. Starting to get his range, tries to exit to matching his footwork, keeping him against the rope to the body.
Yeah, really is, you know, there's always that off of the confidence that brings, but in the pace, putting pressure on Inoue that we've never seen before.
In a neck and neck, there's no doubt about it. Forwards, landing leather, he's cut the rip through opponents en route to the left hook, just on his step back in.
2 rounds, so I've got 2-1 up. If you're an Inoue fan, you know, the cut doesn't look like a fan one before
the last throws of Roy Jones' career. We wouldn't want
their predictions in previous fights, but I'm sure someone like Donaire would be extremely confident in his own ability over here. An upset, making Inoue think all the time. Work. Good stuff. Good short left hook went in.
Notice he's got those hands high for the first minutes of each round. And work by him, by Basil in the other corner. May well Kate now as well. Lovely left hook. Right hand, beg your partners.
And countering with good shots. Chris Dodge, you see every time Inoue throws a shot full of power. I see there
in the contest, Donaire walking forward into Inoue backwards. The fight, Darren, as you said, was Donaire's plan.
Getting into the second half of the contest, not having to have done much. So he's Inoue. But yeah, it's all going to plan so far. But Donaire would be extremely pleased with Inoue was,
as you say, Inoue just, it was the shot that just landed.
4 rounds have gone.
He just parried away. Donaire feints into range again. Round 4.
A good round, you know, Inoue.
Not many would have predicted. stand and trade on the inside that Tess has been countering.
The Donaire is he's happy to sort of try and pick these counter shots, counter left foot very well, because that was flush there.
Left hook.
That's a good right hand, shreddable. It really is, you know, a born. He'll be happy, like I say, how this contest is going so far.
There he left long-time trainer Robert Garcia in, too over-reliant on the one punch to get him out of trouble at Rigondo in the championship rounds. That's one bit, and arguably Darren hadn't seen before, and he's had to
work it off the jab really well. Got the Jaden body, lovely, but real for the over the top of right hand comes Donaire. There you go, see the jab there.
Through this fifth round, both have been chin checks on multiple occasions, both lost the test so far, but both of the men in the final, just as we say, the right hand lands, and it's staggered. Nonito steps on him now. How much of this is Donaire seeing coming? Covers up, roll. Moments to the bell as Inoue open left hook from Donaire. He's firing away, but he is hurt here. The under no illusion. Next round for Naoya Inoue. Inoue will be two committing. Have responded. Round 6 then of a fascinating encounter here in the 118 pound.
Won't want to look if this was to go further on. He won't want to look very shortly. Looking to counter that.
Calisauland at the back of shot can be not too long of this in a different way, because perhaps we expected it from Inoue and Nonito Donaire.
Experience. Both carry extremely good power to lift that.
And that is so to see the old champion ground down as he walks into.
He still looks very comfortable, but Inoue he's starting to.
There, given the leather that he's taking at B, that will be into the second half of the fight. Inoue lands there with his hands low. Regarding cement his legacy, that of course is all the man who posed some sin. Just takes one contest to remove that veil of invincibility. No doubt for Inoue, he is having,
regardless of the result, this will hold him in good stead and does help your progress moving forward.
Oh, lovely double jab.
With, you know, they understand quick, it's very spiteful.
It's fair to say he's achieved everything here. But Inoue now starting to turn the heat.
Trying his best to back.
See the patterns of movement. It's occasionally days he's been caught with things. His feet are noticeably slower for those to Roberto Duran, Larry Holmes, and it was those fundamental boxing institution than just the trainer. Edwin Valera, of course, until his assignments.
Increase the work rate now. Really get Inoue back. Try and get him onto the. It's very good. Before he was stunned for a second. It's away from his opponent so well. That's a good right hand. Well, another good overhand right from Inoue. Let's hands drop from Donaire.
In the last half a minute, momentum shift in round 8. Jab exchange, right hand counter though from, and Nyers have gone down. I don't know what the odds would have been on it. Wouldn't have got much though. And now king it so far. Finds him why his reputation as a puncher is as it is. Poor. Is it going into the eye? Could that be a problem? Right hand for more now. I think for Donaire it could be vision, the blood running into the eye. Says that you cannot take the right. Spent a month and a half with him to shine on the centre stage, and the right hand again.
Donaire, though, that it's not
to swell a little bit. Check left hook. Almost a little bit disconcerting to see a man stand. He knows he has to go. Counter right hand from Nonito Donaire. Now, just sensing a moment here. All eyes are on the old champion.
Really, really encouraging stuff.
And if you do so at your best at all. To take advantage of. Perhaps he remembers.
You know, huge pressure on an.
Into. The champ there was all those years ago. And as we know, Inoue and what reserves he does have left.
I've got Inoue one up, representing definitely with Donaire. For Inoue, he's come out, but back comes Donaire. Again, Donaire stalking his man.
Perhaps the one, but all firing back, and arguably Naoya Inoue in there.
Classing you as one of the best out. You know, when you're in a contest like who really believes in himself.
Down cat side, Donaire goes a little flat-footed for Inoue, just picking and moving now.
Oh, good right hand.
Looking for that exit to the. And this is now Inoue's round.
Oh, and again.
He hurt Donaire there in round. Inoue starting to pick those.
And for Inoue there.
never hoped it would now, but we're still here. Championship rounds. One sense the shots landing cleanly here. He's dealing.
Head, body times for Donaire. Lovely work. Is good stuff.
Donaire desperately trying to get back on that jab momentarily. Can box out for
Listen to the home crowd now. Really get behind him. And a lovely to what the ref's doing. Oh, he's counting now.
For only the third from Inoue, who left 1 minute digging deep.
He's really hurt.
Tries to hang on. Inoue, one more. Big left to the body. It's a long, long time to survive over the last 11 rounds, but is this the end?
He's still feeling that body shot, Donaire.
Out of jail so many times in his career. As Inoue opens up again. But he stays up. Will have seemed like an age for the old right hand lands. 10 seconds. Remarkable, remarkable.
From Inoue there. That round there was one.
A kick, and the respect between these two.
To let some big shots of his own go. He's there.
He's got 2 minutes to do so, but he comes forward again.
Absolutely. They really are, and credit.
He would have whipped himself into as good a shape, condition-wise, perhaps putting Inoue. It's just this where age and youth over the last nearly 2 decades. What a servant he's been.
Inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's a good finish.
Of course, the fans will want their hometown hero to. They will want him to finish on his feet. And then just willing himself forwards for one.
And hats off to both guys. Fantastic stuff.
Well, they go toe to the final bell. Smiles all round. Better than predicted.
For your winner of the coveted Muhammad Ali Trophy, Bantamweight Champion of the World,